I have a passion for healthcare and treating people, and I like to prevent people from getting ill.
Well, I think I've always been interested in the human body.
All the chronic health issues we face today, like from depression, diabetes, obesity, they're all like a big part of our future, and as chiropractors we have a huge role in also preventing those things.
A lot of sports require chiropractor now.
I wanted to become an engineer, and then I went away abroad for a year and actually realized, hey, I need to do something else, something in the social area, something where you get something back. And the thing of getting something back, getting people who say thank you that you relieved my back pain, thank you that I can function better in general. It's something you don't really get that often in our today's world.
It's a fulfilling career. You give people their lives back. I know that sounds really kind of corny, but someone who has an inflamed big toe, who can't walk, can't do what they normally like, if you can help them, it doesn't seem like much, but you might have just given them back their hobby and their passion and their stress relief, which has added years to their life. So if you feel compelled towards healthcare, I wouldn't hesitate in the slightest.
If you are into sports, if you're a sporty person, if you enjoy working with others, then there is many professions that can offer that. But chiropractic specifically, for me, certainly is that direct contact, that influence you have, that close influence you have on your patients. That really appeals to me.
When you start to do high-level personal training and you get into more rehab and how the body functions, chiropractic is a fantastic way to then develop that career and have another stepping stone of progression, because you're able to treat people very quickly, very effectively, and to the best of your ability, and you will get fantastic results. And my career progressions hopefully will be combining them both.
Chiropractic has its unique view on the human body, and you really want to put the patient into a healthy environment, into a loving environment, and this is one of the key things how we can influence the patient as well, and the health of the patient.
I asked for him to be my tutor, and he said to me, "I'm not going to give you an easy time," and I said, "That's exactly what I need. I need someone who's going to basically give me a kick up the backside." Yeah, every day I used to go to him and I used to chat to him and just say, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, I just literally can't put any more into this. It's so difficult. Everyone's so far ahead of me. I'd be happy if I got a 2-2. I just need to get through this. And he just kept on saying to me, he was like, "Look, just keep going with it." And I just pushed myself. And therefore, as I said, I ended up with a first for my BSc, of which I would have never imagined. I ended up in my second year, I was teaching people. I was teaching neuroanatomy. I'm now an assistant teacher for anatomy. I work for Bournemouth Football Club. I'm a rehab supervisor. I've been asked to publish and write part of real big people's books, It's not that I was ever aiming towards that, but that's what happens just in this atmosphere. Everything is an achievement, and every block that you go through, you get, as I said, a sense of identity, a sense of achievement.
In Europe, you can work there without sitting any extra exams, just on the degree you get here. And that's something that's really interesting, because you can sort of travel around, work for a year in different places under different chiropractors, and learn different styles, and work in Italy, work in Norway, work in France.
As a chiropractor, generally, you'd be looking at, you'd have this great office, you'd be seeing patients in private practice, you'd probably work for someone else for a bit, then move up to working for yourself, maybe hire a few employees after that. As for myself, of course I want to work with sports. We have great opportunities at the AECC to work with Premiership football, like AFC Bournemouth and other teams. And myself, as student union president, I also have great opportunities to work with educational bodies that accredit different medical and caring professions. So I have the great opportunity of traveling all over Europe with them and going to council meetings, and that could blossom in the future to working with the accreditation bodies and associations as well. So it's very diverse, just because you become a chiropractor doesn't mean that's all you're going to do. There's so many different ways you can go with it.
You can work as an associate under somebody's an existing chiropractor's practice, but personally I want to go into working with a multidisciplinary practice where there might be a physiotherapist, there might be a sports masseuse. So that way, one continues to learn not only chiropractic, but also how different professions does different things.
You can specialize on different areas. Yeah, you don't have to be this touchy person. Like there are chiropractors who work with powerlifters, with different sports persons, with sprinters together, and like they find their way. Yeah,
I think money is clearly an important, obviously, aspect of life. Being a chiropractor allows you to have a reasonable wage. For me, family is the most important thing, and I think that a chiropractic salary supports. It will support a reasonable family, allows you to live in a reasonable way.
Typically, the salary you get when you start off straight out of university will be sort of a percentage of the money you bring into a clinic if you're working under someone else. But that will still be a higher amount than starting from year one at any other degree, really. And then once you've been working for a few years and have built up a large patient base, you can easily see 6 figures. I mean, it's not uncommon at all.
Yeah.
Or if you want to come here but you've got family pressure, I would actually say take a year out, go and work, have an experience of the world, and then if you still find yourself after 6 months kind of thinking, do you know what, I wish I'd done that, then you know your answer.
Straight out of university, I think 93% of our graduates last year got a job within 6 months, and you'll never really see that in a different degree, a different profession.
It's pretty awesome because when you're in chiropractic or when you're in nursing or dentistry or any of these, you're in a much smaller faculty than if you were doing like a general arts or a general science degree. And so there's a definite sense of community because everyone's here for one purpose and you're all heading towards the same thing. It's been quite interesting for me being Canadian because being in England, well, everyone's foreign to me, so it's a learning experience.
There's job prospects everywhere. So this year on the notice board there's already adverts for Mauritius, for Canada, for France, and ones in England as well.
Don't be restricted by your barriers someone else gave you in the past. Like our belief system restricts us so much, so just go out there and do it, and yeah.
Just get the career that is actually going to make you happy rather than going to make you rich.
What you want.
So I'd sit in an operations room and I'd guide missiles against enemy aircraft and enemy ships.
I wanted to be